When my son Armin informed me that he wanted to marry Sana, a lady from a very rich and influential family, I was thrilled for him. He was deeply in love with her, and that was all I cared about. But when I heard some gossip that her family despised simple people, I also decided to meet them. In my own style. So, on the day of going to Sana's place, I dressed in my oldest, simplest cotton dress. My sandals were torn, my bag was threadbare, and I kept my hair back in a simple way. Armin was embarrassed. "Amy, at least put on your nice shawl," he begged. I smiled. "Beta, the heart should be clean, not the clothes." As we came in, Sana's parents greeted us formally, but their eyes said something else. Her mother smiled tightly, and her father regarded me as if I were a beggar who had strayed into his mansion. They invited me to sit and have a cup of tea, but when I reached out for the cup, I noticed Sana's mother staring at her posh white carpet. Fearing that I might drop something, I talked softly to them, asking them about their family, their customs, and their home. But whenever I asked a question, her parents replied briefly, cursorily, without interest. They did not ask me one question about me, not what I did, not where I worked. To them, I was nothing more than a poor, illiterate village woman who had managed to bring up a son worthy of their daughter. After an hour's courteous humiliation, I smiled and added, "You have a lovely house, but what truly makes a house beautiful is not the chandeliers or the furniture. It's the heart that lives in it." Her mother forced a smile and said, "Of course, but some people do not realize it until they've lived comfortably." I remained silent. I thanked them and walked away quietly. A week after, Sana and her family were also invited to my place for dinner. They arrived anticipating a small, old house. What greeted their eyes was a car parking in front of a spacious, contemporary villa, with white marble floors, beautiful gardens, and a fountain in the backyard. They stood agog. Armin emerged in a well-cut suit and embraced them affectionately. I emerged next, in a plain but beautiful sari, pearls about my neck. They gasped. Sana's mother stuttered, We didn't know." I cut in softly, "You didn't ask." I smiled and served them dinner myself like nothing had occurred. While eating, Sana's father finally asked, "Mrs. Rahman, what do you do?" I answered, "For 25 years, I was the head of a girls' school I established from scratch. My husband died prematurely, so I brought up my son on my own, through effort, not riches." There was silence. Sana's mother dropped her eyes, her face flushed. I turned to her and told her gently, "You see, I was dressed like a poor woman because I wanted to test if your hearts could penetrate beyond the exterior. Wealth of the house is less important than wealth of the heart." From then on, their attitude was completely different. Sana's mother would frequently call me for advice, and Sana later informed me that her parents had learned a lesson they would never forget. And as for me, I did not do it to embarrass them. I did it to remind them, and my son as well, that true respect is not obtained through money, but by character, because sometimes, the poorest-looking woman in the room carries the richest soul.